So here's a quick garden tour. Today is Tuesday, April 13th, and I wanted to do this today before it got too grown in so we can have a place to look and see where we started. There's no one else in the garden around me either, so I can do this without feeling self-conscious. So first, here's the chives. These are from Kira last year. In our second bed, we now have this arch between the second two beds. We have strawberries that are just starting to flower. It's really pretty here. I planted pole beans and climbing black-eyed Susans here. They haven't sprouted yet. I planted 3 tomato plants there. This one is a half yellow, half purple. This one is really tiny red cherry. And this one is a black cherry tomato. I'm not sure if this one's determinate or indeterminate. We will find out. In this bed here, we have 2 rows of carrots planted on either side, running lengthwise. And down the middle are 4 bush bean plants. Back here, I started a little flower garden. I'm going to turn it sideways here. I don't know if this will work or not. But in the back, I planted these weird things called celosias that I got in the blooming bin last year that I never planted. They're supposed to be these tall, plume-like flower plants that you can eat as microgreens or just watch them get big and colorful. And then in the little rays, I planted cosmos in the middle, zinnias on the 2 sides of that, and then on the outer 2 sides, I planted French marigolds. We have our rose bush here. I think I see the start of a first rose right, it's not focusing, right there. We have the blueberry bush, which has just started. 1 or 2 of these bells have actually just opened up today. Not many, but on a few of these, there's 1 or 2 bells that opened up. We have planted here 3 different types of lettuce: Caesar lettuce, salad bowl lettuce, and arugula. The salad bowl and arugula sprouted within 2 or 3 days, and the Caesar has not. More strawberries. In this bed, this is probably the most full bed. It's almost completely full of stuff. We could maybe put 1 more thing in here. We have 2 different kinds of peas on this side, snap pea and a super snappy pea. In the middle, we have 3 or 4 bush peas. I've never tried those, but give those a try. That's why we don't have them on the trellis. They're just going to be shorter, I think. Oregon giant snow peas. These apparently need a nice long trellis, so we've got those right there. And then some more of the sugar snappy peas there. Over here we have some spinach plants. And then we have 2 different kinds of radish here, kale here, and then a really big kind of radish here called white icicle radish, white icicle top or something like that. Here is the red daikon radish, which is also supposed to be really, really huge. Hopefully it tastes like daikon. I can give some to Mark's mom and she likes it. And this should be just kind of like more of a, I think, regular type radish. None of them are quite regular. That's a good thing. Back here we have more strawberries. These are starting to flower too, both kinds. Some are from Kira. This back portion over here is from Kira. She sent a mix of June-bearing and ever-bearing. I'm not sure which are which, but they're all kind of mixed in. And then these are the ones that I got from Home Depot. They didn't spread. Only Kira's really spread. So I can always tell because they have like slightly different leaves. And the flowers aren't, quite there yet. And they put off some really strange looking fruit. I just don't know if those were ever quite right. We'll see what happens this year. Back in the back here, the last area, we have the raspberries and blackberries along the back. They're all kind of mixed in together. And then we have onions And we have 3 different types of onions here. The first kind are Georgia sweet onions, candy onions, and sweet red onions, which were, I think, our favorite from last year. Mike picked up this lavender tree from Trader Joe's. Mary brought that over yesterday. And I think that completes our garden tour.